Check. Good. I almost started an hour early today, but I needed time. I thought I was going to do Community Night Live this week, but unfortunately, Cyberpunk 2077 took me longer to complete. I finally completed Cyberpunk 2077, by the way, for those of you that are not aware. And even though it's a bit better than GTA 5 in some ways, the story was kind of disappointing. There should have been more moments on it. Say like Baldur's Gate 3 in a sense. And that's me after going through the whole game thoroughly with all the side quests and the main story that the game gave me. For those of you that are not aware, Cyberpunk 2077, if you take out all the side quests, all the side stories, all the gigs, all the side stuff that you need to do in the game, the story itself is very short. Surprisingly short. I think it's even shorter to say GTA 5 or even Baldur's Gate 3, which is kind of disappointing. And I don't know if the sequel to Cyberpunk is going to be any better after that launch failure. And even what hurts me the most is Cyberpunk 27 had potential. And even if all the jankiness and the bugs did not exist on launch, let's say that it was the case, the story unfortunately was still not fulfilling. There are characters in the game that the game makes you what you care about, but there should be more. And that's what hurts. But anyway, we're moving on. I finally can go back to my regular games now. I'm thinking of doing something else, maybe Persona or something else, but no, not sure yet. Anyway, we're doing Valorant now because of contract obligation, and I still don't like the game. So yeah, Sways, if you just tuned in now, Sway, I just gave you a quick summary of what's been going on for the last 2 weeks, specifically with Cyberpunk. So you're welcome to go back into this. But I'm gonna be doing Valorant now. I don't like this game, by the way. I will never like the game. How this game is esports, don't know what to tell you, but I don't like the game. And I'm doing okay, Sways. I'm glad to be back. I needed to take it easy for the last 2 days. That's why you didn't see me on screen. I was on Discord and playing some other games, but that's about it. Anyway, let's do this. Yeah, I had to take it easy for the last 2 days. If you guys didn't see the announcements, I had to. How Valorant is esports, I don't get it. I think there are other games out there that are better than this. Valorant is kind of a boring game in my opinion. And that's not me saying I'm not the best at the game when it comes to, playing the maps and the agents. I just think there's something else out there that's better than this. But that's just me. Anyway, let's do this. I know there are LFG servers for Valorant, but I don't like the game to go there to find people. It's just not worth it. And don't get me started on the competitive games, the rounds being so long. I'm not talking professional tournaments or esports where you attend in person. I'm just talking about normal competitive games. They're just excruciatingly long. Just got the number of rounds you need to win in half, and I think it'd be better. Pretty sure not the only one saying this. Maybe this is just a minority voice talking here, but I'll continue to stand by that. I'm going for glutton for punishment, Sways. Competitive. No question, no hesitation. That's it. Yep, no hesitation. I'm just going competitive right away. I'm not even worried about my rank either, Sways. I'm just passing time. That's it. When it comes to story, when it comes to what my mind is going through right now, I'm more interested in going through story games right now, whether it's single player, co-op, or multiplayer. You know that MMO game that I play, Final Fantasy 14 Sways? I'm interested to see the rest of that story. I couldn't do Final Fantasy 14 as much because I had to complete Cyberpunk 2077. And let me add to what I said earlier about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077's only expansion, Phantom Liberty, it is a bit better from the base game, but it still has problems. Like, the story is just too short, and there isn't enough story moment, for the main stuff. The side stuff is okay, it's fine, but the main story is just, it's unfulfilling. I mean, it's okay, but it makes you want to see more. That I think some fan fiction writers can do better, in my opinion. But that's just me. Baldur's Gate 3 by comparison, there's lots of fan fiction stuff on that one. That game is very successful. But when it came to the game itself, I'm going from start to finish, it was very satisfying, and I didn't feel like anything was missing. It was a very satisfying journey from start to finish. Cyberpunk, by comparison, even though it takes place in a GTA-like environment, it left you hanging like there should have been more. It didn't help the fact that Cyberpunk was rushed out the door, or even if it wasn't rushed out the door, it was released when it wasn't even ready. There was still more polish to be had, which sucked. Even after all these years later and on all the official patches, it still is janky. And I had no choice but to get some mods just to make the game a bit more tolerable. You know, the ability to quick travel anywhere when it came to the teleport points, like in Final Fantasy XIV, that's not in the vanilla game. I have to get it modded. Very simple fix. But anyway, CD Projekt Red was very ambitious with Cyberpunk. I don't think CD Projekt Red. I don't think they brought in their A team for Cyberpunk. I think most of the effort went into their Witcher games. Yeah, the Witcher games were their main focus, and I think Cyberpunk was sort of like an afterthought in a way. I mean, why else would that game did not have the same polish like they did for the Witcher games? I know The Witcher 1 was janky. I've heard about it. I never played it, but Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 did get better over time. But man, I think they bit off more than what they can chew when it came to Cyberpunk 2077. They needed more time. And now CD Projekt Red is going to be making their future games in Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine 5 was it? If I'm not wrong? Man, that's a completely different engine they got to get used to. And it's going to be years away before we're going to see anything from them.
But I can promise them, Radianite will not solve their problems.
Yeah, the gameplay for Valorant, I'm not a fan of, personally.
Weapon here.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the controls in this game. I mean, I'll try to adjust it, but it's not going to change things too much. Okay. I'm not even concerned about my performance. I'm just trying to see if I can get any decent moments out of this.
Show me your target.
Marked one. Spike A.
Right here. Right here. Placing
Sentry.
right here.
Stand aside.
Placing swarm grenade.
Destabilizing.
Enemy spotted. A.
For you. Oh!
Target down.
Did I get inside
Okay.
your head?
I barely did anything in that round. Okay, let's try
One step
0.6.
closer to being back in pajamas.
Let's try 0.6. Okay. Okay.
Right here. Right here. Turret out. Don't overthink it. That's my job. Right here. Right here. Right here.
Multiple enemies B.
Right here.
Enemies
Right
spotted B.
through.
One thing I'll always say about this game is that it is optimized. That's one of the best things about this game.
Right here.
That's it.
They're blind with fear. Ha! Turret enemy B.
For once, I get a headshot.
Spike spotted B. Refreshing.
Yep.
I shot somebody.
Okay.
Their KO is tough. A bullet is tougher.
Okay.
Right here. Placing sentry. Right here. Right here. Right here. We can keep them out.
Okay.
Little help? Yeah. There. Multiple enemies A.
Train harder.
Yeah, get a headshot for once. At least I'm getting kills with headshots. All I need to
Even
know
with
about this
numbers,
game
anything
is
can
that
still
if you
happen.
fire your first
Remember
shot,
that.
it'll be very accurate, but good luck having your second or third shots be accurate.
Turret out.
Okay.
Stay focused.
Multiple enemies B.
Okay.
Found one.
Bring them down.
Last
Reloading. Healing you. We'll catch them. Where are you? Marked one.
Enemy spotted.
Got a headshot.
Someone defused.
Reloading.
We cannot let them unweave our world. I know what must be
At least
done.
I'm getting my shots in. I guess. Even if I am doing a bit better with this game, I still don't like it. No. The fact that I play this game the least helps. But I still don't like it.
Placing sentry.
As one.
And even if you win, it hasn't changed my feelings on this game. Or thoughts.
Marked one.
Multiple enemies B.
Healing you. Enemy spotted B.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Reloading. No peeking. Refreshing.
They're blind with fear.
Auf Wiedersehen. Reloading.
You are powerless! Prepare for hellfire!
One shot. Nope, not enough time.
If I died right
Dude.
now. So funny.
No, that's fine, Sways. You're not missing much. All I said was, even though I seem to be doing decently with my aim in this game right now, it doesn't change my feelings about this game. You know, I used to like Apex Legends, Sways, as well, but it was only for that one mode they had on that game, that 3v3 mode. That's the only thing I liked. The Battle Royale thing, I really did not want to play. I tried it, not my cup of tea.
Forward.
Kind of comes down to luck and not just, you know, getting loot. I don't find that interesting in my opinion.
There. Marked one. Enemy B. Multiple enemies.
For you. Reloading. Take hold. Bring them down.
Only 2 shots. Besides Cyberpunk, it's either Final Fantasy 14 Marvel Rivals. Those two games stick out. I did enjoy Persona 5 a bit, but you know, I'm already noticing problems with Persona 5 ways when I play that game off screen. Because of a creative choice they did with Persona 5, you can't save your game no matter when, unless you mod the game or something. I won't be too surprised if that's the case. But when it comes to the early game, you cannot save any time. So let's say you are doing a very long sequence of events on a story, and you need to go. Well, you're gonna have to do that all over again. Yeah.
Enemy spotted. No distraction.
Imagine if you don't have a lot of free time and you cannot continue where you left off. Yeah.
You will not kill my...
You numpty. There. Spike B.
Shot in a smoke.
Nope. 3 freaking shots. 3 freaking shots.
Instinct only goes so far. Skill covers the rest.
Yeah, I still don't like this game. Nope, I don't. And it doesn't matter about my win-loss ratio either.
I will save.
I wish this... You would think this game would have more. It doesn't. And no, don't get me started on their overpriced weapon skins. I never think weapon skins have any value. I mean, you would think weapon skins were gonna change gameplay. Yeah.
Here. My ult is marked one. Enemy A. Here.
Reloading. Have one of these. Reloading. duty
You're
is
dead.
not over. That was... I'll find you.
Got 3. Don't interrupt. My work area's clear. Oh, no. You don't deserve my invention. Enemy spotted B.
Cool.
One downside to being immortal. I can't play dead.
Okay. You know Left 4 Dead? The Left 4 Dead game sways? I'm not too crazy about them, even though they are solid games. But I'm thinking about doing Killing Floor 2 again. There's supposed to be a third game coming out this year, but it's been delayed because apparently that game is not in its best state right now. Oh yeah, hopefully it's not going to be like Payday 3. You know, the game that people waited for years, and it turns out to be a massive disappointment. Yeah. Hey, Rukzukin, welcome back. Again, Rukzukin, I always hope that you will eventually get a gifted sub from me or something. That'd be very nice, you know. But it's good to see you again, Rukzukin. I'm doing this game again, and I had my 2 days break, you know, just to
Enemy spotted A.
take it easy. So yeah, Rukzukin, I finally finished Cyberpunk 2077, Rukzukin. The story was disappointing, Rukzukin. Even though it was okay when I went from start to finish, I was asking for more because it just felt like there was so much more to it that they could have done.
There. Placing sentry.
The main story, Rukzukin, if you don't do any of the side quests or stories, is so ridiculously short. Even more disappointing than GTA.
Where are you? Marked 1. Get back. Bring them down. Grenade out. We found one. Sleep. Reloading. Enemy B. Come on, please.
I'm not really worried about winning in this game at all because I've complained about this before, Rukzukin, and I'll say it again. When it comes to the main mode in this game, main modes in this game on regular competitive, I'm not a minority voice in this game, something. Am I a minority voice? Why are the rounds so freaking long? Cut them in half. Is that too much to ask? This is not even talking esports or pro tournaments in person you play in. Just cut them in half. Is it too much to ask? If you have a very close game, back to back, it can go for an hour or more. Pass.
Hi! I'm pissed! Enemy spot.
Have one of these.
Opponent killed.
Enemy down.
Sage killed.
B. They planted B. Go B.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one saying this ways. And they just don't want to do it.
One down.
It's just exhausting.
Alarm bot out.
Prepare for hellfire.
Here's my bot. Find the weakest
I'm just
link.
doing this to kill time. That's it.
Placing sentry.
And let me talk about the agents in this game. I think they're fine, but there's not too many that stick out, in my opinion. Some of them are kind of cringy. Especially their voiceovers. Not much to say, Sways. Long work day again, Sways.
Enemy spotted A.
So, not my best, escape, from all the stress and stuff. But I did take it easy for the last 2 days.
No peeking. Ugh. Bring them down. No peeking. We'll catch them.
You are powerless.
Enemy spotted A.
No distraction.
Enemy A. Here. Reloading.
Not here. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm just playing this game because of obligations. That's it. I'm not really worried about my rank and stuff like that.
Maybe buy a shorty or two.
Imagine the creativity of some of the community members from the Counter-Strike days came into this game. You can actually create maps from scratch and program your own thing. Just like Counter-Strike Source and CSGO did back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? Servers, community servers where they have their own game modes that are not regular. Zombie mode, and my personal favorite, Zombie Escape. They're kind of unfiltered and had copyrighted music, but at least they did some creativity.
You numpty.
They were pretty big 10 years ago, 14 years ago. Now, not so much. It's still there, but yeah.
Bring them down. Enemy B.
Sentry.
Reloading. Marked one. Whatever happens, Sakin, don't panic. Trembling is bad for your aim.
Yep. How this game is popular, I don't get it. Maybe because it's free and there's nothing else like it, or maybe it's I don't know. But I personally don't like this game. Even if you win, or I do well. No.
Can I have spy?
But I'm here because of obligations.
This is business.
Show me a target.
And by the time you play these maps 2,000 times, 1,000 times, I'm already
Drop in a
tired of them. My personal opinion.
Enemy spotted A.
That's a kill. Reloading. Enemy spotted A. Our spike is down.
Yep. Boring.
Stand down. Unavoidable. No peeking.
Nope. Nope. I'm not worried. I just want to move on.
Let them try to get through me.
For example, I have more fun in Marvel Revivals than this game. I'm not really worried about the unluckiness I get in this game because, like I said before, I really don't like this game. And the community cannot even do anything creative because there's no such thing as community servers in this game.
For a field
If they really want to compete or, you know, want to try to do something different, they could have that. But no. No such thing. There's no replay function as well. I don't expect the replays to last forever, but you know, something.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
They're blind with fear.
Enemy B.
Got one.
Got lucky with 2 kills for once.
Spike planted.
Marked one.
3 down.
That's
For
going.
once, we win a round. 3 kills in that round for me. I think I just got
Their
lucky.
teeth will chatter in
That's
the
it.
cold and dark.
Security protocol has been elevated to level 7 for today's
Eh.
CPAD.
Okay.
Enemy A.
Enemy spotted A.
Bring them down. We found one.
Where are
Placing
you?
swarm grenade.
Reloaded. Lock them down.
Healing you.
Bring them down.
There.
Swarm grenade out.
Enemy spotted A.
Got 3.
Nope.
I'll find you.
You will not
Mark
kill
one.
my allies. Dropping smokes.
Sometimes my shots get lucky. That's it. And how do you balance, you know, skill-based players either? I don't think you can. Especially when people can make multiple accounts. You can never do that. Nope.
I'm
My
ready.
ult is
So you
ready.
basically are at the mercy of what people you get. And this game is already exhausting to play. Yep. No. The more I play
them
this
one by
game, the
one.
more tired I get. That's how much I really don't like this game. Can't wait for it to be over.
Reloading. Turret out.
Here. Enemy spotted A. Nice.
enemy removed.
Like I never left!
Take hold. Your duty is not over.
Sweet, thanks.
Spike planted. Enemy attack.
Nope.
Respawn.
It's pretty mad, this game. Nope. Just counting down the minutes when I can just do anything but this game.
Yous don't get a reset button. So stay alive, please.
Finding good PvP game or finding decent PvP games nowadays is not easy. And this is regardless of your win or loss ratio. Five Rivals has potential, especially when you get the right teammates by comparison, which I care about, unlike this game. How this game still has a player base, I don't know.
Enemy spotted B. You are powerless. My ult is ready.
You're right. Enemy spotted B.
No distraction.
Placing sentry. I got the spike.
Prepare for hellfire!
A spike is down.
Next. Give me the next game. That was pretty boring. Next. Yeah, next. Can I leave the game? Nope, you can't leave the match because the game says no. Next. I'm just being honest. Yeah, moving on. There we go. Thank God I can skip the results screen because I don't care about that. Not in this game. No. Yep, time to kill some time more. We're not done yet. And that was like 40 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes. Jesus. And you expect to climb the freaking ladder by spending hours and hours on this game, which I know some people do. But I don't think that's good value of your time, in my personal opinion. I think Counter-Strike does the same thing, more or less, but no, not my type of a game. No, I think there are other games out there that have more value and time, but that's just me. Nope.
I am both shield and sword.
Yep, that's one game down. Maybe two more to go, just to get 2 hours to pass by. And I really don't like this game. Even if we won that last game, it wouldn't change a thing.
Oh, guys, by the way, I don't know how to play Xbox.
Man, this game is just a marathon in the worst way possible. In the bad way, in my opinion. Oh my god. An hour each time? Or imagine every freaking game you do is an hour long because it's that close. Jeez. These Marvel Rivals can go for 10 minutes, or in the worst case, 30 minutes because of Convoy. But this one, oh my god.
These imposters actually think they can beat my tech. Let's test that theory.
Oh. Again, this game does have, this game is good on the graphics department. That's it. I can't wait for this to be over.
Need a drop. Need a drop. Placing alarm bot. Enemy spotted B.
Up you go. Someone's there.
Of course. Of course.
B. Spike planted. Folded.
Get go. I'll protect wingmen with my life. No one will harm our little hero.
Again, the art and the backgrounds in this game are good. Or interesting. That's all that few positive things I can say about this game.
We go! Alarm bot. Oh! Nailed them.
Enemy spotted B.
Yeah, it's like that.
Nope. It feels like it's the same team all over again.
If you must fall, then fall near me.
Yep, it feels like the same thing all over again. Wonderful. Alrighty.
I will hold up the sky.
Just trying to kill time. Then I can do something else that's
Placing
even
swarm
much
grenade.
better than this.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Jets grounded.
Placing sentry.
For once, I get a freaking headshot.
Our spike carrier's down.
Deleted. I got a fight.
Of course.
Spike's down. Enemy spotted A.
104.
Turret. Swarm grenade out.
That's why I don't like this game and the bullet climb. It can be just as
Enemy
frustrating.
down. Got 3. I had to focus for a second. Placing alarm bot.
All right, I take back what I
By
said
the way,
about those
that gun
bots.
skin, even though it
They're
looks
pretty
cool,
good.
I don't want to pay
And
it.
so are you.
And I don't even want to know how much they charge for that. Nope, I don't want to know.
Quick peeks now.
You fought well.
Nope. Just counting down the time.
Enemy. No charges left. No charges left. No charges left.
He says their bullets tickle.
Oh man, this game is making me sleepy every time.
Placing swarm grenade.
Just get it.
Who will I spot first?
Just get it over with.
Placing swarm grenade.
Enemy mid.
Our spike is down.
The hunt begins.
Solo. My ult is ready.
Enemy B.
Enemy mid. They are so dead.
I got
Spike.
Nope.
Stay down. My ult's ready.
And just love it when you get players AFK. Yeah.
here.
Enemy attacker spawn.
Yikes. Spike planted.
Oh my god. Nope. Can't wait for this to be over.
Take aim, Zenfire.
Oh my
Let's
God,
not
this
complicate
is
it.
It doesn't matter what mode you play in this game. Some are more tolerable than others, but oh my god. Yeah, this game is just not that fun. And not to mention the time of the rounds. If you want to go for the quote-unquote main modes, oh god.
I'm going to save.
Okay, start fresh.
Can't wait for this to be over.
Careful
Enemy
there.
spotted.
Found them. Swarm grenade out.
Enemy mid.
Turret out. Enemy spotted B.
Block the sight.
Spike carrier is dead.
For you.
Nope. Nope. Next.
What will it be this time? Have any patterns emerged
Yep,
yet?
it's not a fun game. You know, if this game had creative modes that the devs didn't make, just like Counter-Strike did, that'd be very nice. But no. You know, some creativity, but no.
Keep those heels coming.
Yeah, I'm already tired of these maps.
Enemy spotted.
Scatter.
Finished.
Placing swarm
Next.
grenade.
Combs. Turret out.
Yeah, Ethan, I don't like this game, Ethan. I personally don't recommend it.
Destroyed. Spikes down.
Not to mention the bullet climb, Ethan. Have you ever heard of that? It's not good. I don't like Fortnite either, but my god, this game is even worse. And even if we win this game, it doesn't change my feelings on this game.
Oh, this
It's
is
just
a much
not
better
fun
trajectory.
at all. I'm still obligated to do this for who knows how long, Ethan. At least 2 hours minimum each week. But my god, even if it's 2 hours, Ethan, you can tell my face I really don't like this game. I still don't. I mean, I stopped playing Fortnite because I don't like that game. But my god, this game is just about more or less just not fun to play.
One down.
I'm a good shot.
You know, under obligation, Ethan, unfortunately, I have to do it. You can see the maximum depression on my face, Ethan. Rukzukin made that up, if I'm not mistaken. Every time I play this game, you see maximum depression on my face. I don't have to say it, just for you to notice it.
Sentry. Spike planted. That's done.
Maximum depression.
We crushed them. Gun here.
Let us see what they have planned for us this time.
And it doesn't matter if you win a game or lose a game. My feelings in this game will never change. God. You know, there's not very many games nowadays, Ethan, that interest me. You know Bungie that made Destiny? They released their Marathon game, which doesn't look interesting at all.
Don't overthink it. That's my job.
It's good to see you again, Ethan, even if you're not here all the time. The maximum depression on my freaking face every time you see me. It's also boring, Ethan. It is just as boring as well. I'm already tired of these maps already.
You are powerless.
Bye. Impeccable kill.
You would think this game would take some creativity from nods from Counter-Strike, you know, with their custom servers, but no, we don't get anything like that in this game.
For you.
And for a game that's supposedly big on esports, Ethan, this game has no replays.
Swarm grenade out.
Yes. Yes. You know how some games have replay functions where you can see how you did and the rest of the team did on the other end? Well, you can't do that in this game, even after all this time.
Shoot him, shoot him.
They were not good enough. Time to stock back up.
Yeah. You know Marvel Rivals, Ethan? A game that came out recently? It has a replay function. The replays don't last forever, of course, but at least you can see how you did, or how your teammates did in the game. This one still doesn't have it. And they have the nerve to charge you $20, $40 for some of the gun skins. No.
Let's fly.
Gun skins? That's your main thing? No. I know some people spend a lot of money on those things, but really? Gun skins? That's the best thing you can do? No.
Enemy mid.
Reloading.
Yeah, this is boring, Ethan.
Teleport's broken.
Which is why you see maximum depression on my face.
Blocking sight. Your duty is not over.
Whew, Heiliges Ozag, this is crazy.
Placing sentry. Multiple enemies mid.
By the way, Ethan, remember Apex Legends?
See ya.
They had a 3v3 mode back then. You remember that? That was the only thing I liked about that game. And now it's gone. And they have Battle Royale just like in Fortnite. I don't like Battle Royale at all.
Enemy spotted B.
Accuracy. My ultimate initiated.
Healing you. Enemy spotted B.
I sacrificed myself for the win.
Area's clear. Their tech is only as good as their skill.
And but Ethan,
that
I'm not
has to
exaggerating.
beat.
If you do the competitive mode in this game, if it's a very close game, it can go up to an hour. For this game, that is excruciatingly, that's excruciating. It really tests your patience. And all for what? A slight advance on rank points?
And wedge it open.
Pass.
Placing swarm grenade.
They are so dead.
Meaning you have to spend a lot of time to, you know, to commit yourself for this. Or rather do dungeon runs in Final Fantasy XIV or any of that MMORPG instead. At least I get a sense of accomplishment in that by comparison.
Light planted.
Turret out. For you.
Enemy spotted A.
Turret destroyed.
The hunt begins.
Out. Reloaded.
Oh god, this game is really not. It's really testing my patience. We're approaching the 1 hour mark, folks.
Spend it.
1 hour. 1 hour.
I got money. Need something? I got
There's
money.
a
Need something?
Steam game called Grocery Store Simulator. Do you remember that? I haven't touched it in a while, but I'm slowly getting the feeling of playing that game again. Just to get my mind off this game. Oh,
Time for a
God.
field test.
Oh god.
Placing alarm bot.
And this game is making me sleepy, which I've said many times in the past.
Who's next?
Blocking sight.
Found them.
Tag team. I'll spike this down. Here.
I got the spike.
Nope. It's pretty boring.
Watch this.
Give me those back.
Dying. Would have sucked. No charges left.
Well.
I got your back. Just
You know, from the front.
You know, when something interesting like that happens, oh my god, I'm still bored.
Can I get this?
I'm still bored.
Does anyone have funds?
No.
Yes. Bonjour. Bonjour. My apologies. Bonne chance, mes amis. Yes.
Oh.
Placing sentry. Enemy spotted A.
Spike on.
Spike spotted mid. Spike's here.
Bro, oh, the fucking spike's mid.
Well, I got lucky with those 2 kills.
Right.
Oh god.
Alarm bot out.
Oh god.
Enemy spotted. B.
Teleport's ready.
Defuse the spike.
Merci. They didn't actually think that would work.
Race it to the spike sites.
Every time I touch this game, I get more and more sleepy. And bored. And or depressed. Oh my god. I want to know the story of Final Fantasy 14 more than this.
Placing swarm grenade.
That's one of the reasons I try to start early today. Just to do the 2-hour mark and then do anything else but this game. Anything else.
Enemy spotted B.
Enemy A.
Here. Here.
Enemy.
Here.
Enemy spotted mid.
Grounded.
Okay, which gun to pick this time?
Placing sentry.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
Here.
Be at peace.
Enemy spotted mid. My ult's ready. Watch this.
Teleport's ready.
Multiple enemies B.
Block in sight. Yikes.
No!
Everyone makes fun of German efficiency.
Even with a close game like this, I am
Just keep
still.
laughing as you use all my gear.
Oh god.
Turret out.
Maximum depression.
Alarm bot out.
You know, that's not a bad term, Rugzukin. Obligatorant.
Reloading.
Why didn't I come up with that sooner? Thanks, Rugzukin. It's almost over, though. Well, we're slowly approaching the end.
Stand tall. We are Valorant. We
I'm
are
glad you do,
Vikings.
Rugzukin, because I'm in the driver's seat right now, trying to go through this boring mess of a game. You know, I can show you a very interesting level, but I have to mute the music, though, but I can show you a very interesting final boss fight
Placing swarm
from a
grenade.
Counter-Strike
Placing
community
alarm bot.
server. And that alone looks more interesting to do than this.
Got one. Sit down.
One or two right now.
Oh my god.
Scatter.
See ya.
Healing ground.
Please how?
Who's next?
Enemy A.
You almost died there.
My ult's ready.
Nice job, Jet.
Out front.
Oh god.
Snack time. Sorry. Only
Jet, you
one
wanna trade
milk.
Vandals?
Sentry. Come on, little homies. Let's get it.
Maximum depression with Obligatorant. I'll change the title for that one in a bit, Rugzukin.
Enemy mid. Power's out. My ultimate is ready. Precise.
Yeah, bear.
Too slow.
Got three.
Turret out.
Beep, beep, beep. Enough of that.
You can trust my bots.
Oh,
They only
believe
malfunctioned that one
God,
time.
Go to your battles.
Honestly, she
Careful.
won't miss that finger.
What?
Go to your battles. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I just changed the title of Ruzukin, you guys. So if you're on your smartphone or mobile device, just refresh it and you'll see the new title.
This is gonna be fun.
Thanks, Ruzukin. If I don't remember you came up with that, just remind me.
Begins.
I'm glad to have people like you here. We have a quotes channel, I think, Ruzukin, on our server.
Get out of my way!
But then again, we have live chat history as well.
Here. Multiple enemies B.
Push in, push in, push in. Push in.
Watch this.
All of them are detained. Push in.
And you're done.
Would have sucked.
Spike.
Yes, live chat history, Ruzukin. On the Discord server that I'm in, Ruzukin, live chat history. Yes, it's there.
Sorry. Inside
No.
joke.
Can I get this? Placing sentry.
So in case you can't go to this website or your mobile phone, on our Discord server, there's a text channel that records everything. If I'm on a mobile
Yeah,
device in the middle of
Sage is
nowhere or
right.
something, it doesn't record it for some reason. But whatever.
Throwing grenade out.
Enemies mid.
Enemy A. Dizzy has targets.
122 jet and 40 KO.
Stay down.
One day.
Goodbye. Turret out.
Think B. B, yeah.
Placing alarm bomb.
Okay.
They had no right to do this.
So, do we mix it up?
Well,
Put it down? Let's talk.
I somehow won that one.
Turret out.
Reloading.
Oh god.
Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted mid. Kill my bot.
Enemies B.
I can't use that.
Powerless.
Enemy spotted B. Here.
I can't use that. Healing you.
Enemy spotted B.
Reloading. Enemy spotted B.
Turret out. Turret down.
Scatter.
Good shit.
Imagine if I died right now. So funny. Oh, no. You don't deserve my invention. Placing sentry.
Well, we almost... Looks like we might
Oh,
actually
look.
get a
They're
win.
desperate.
Does anyone have funds?
So Ethan and Swayze, are you guys still there? Because if you do win this game, let me show you how much points you win.
Turret out.
And this is after, what, 40 minutes or something again? Jesus Christ.
Does
This
anyone
game
have
really
funds?
likes to test your patience. That's not my way of fun. Feels like a job more than fun, in my opinion.
Placing swarm grenade.
Satisfying.
Reyna killed.
Enemy spotted. A.
Hey.
Well, we finally win.
Teleport's ready.
We finally win.
This is less than ideal. No fireworks today, I'm afraid.
And after all that, how many points do you get?
A gift.
How many points do you get after all that work? Okay, you got your typical summary of a game. $19 RR. My God, that is just an endurance. 43 minutes. 30 plus minutes you have to spend every time you play this game. At least my rival switches it up with, you know... Yep, after 40 minutes of that, and you need to do you get another... You need to spend another 4 or 5 hours just to rank up. Oh my God. Oh God. I am not freaking... I am never grinding. I was lucky to even make it to say a diamond or something in Marvel Rivals. Yeah, no freaking thanks. Jesus Christ, this is just excruciating. And that was, look at this, 40 freaking minutes. At least Marvel Rivals switches it up, and you can have games like 5 or 10 minutes, so it's not always 20, 30 minutes. But this game is just excruciating. Oh God. Oh my God. Let me show you a quick example of how creative Counter-Strike was before okay, let me just see. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me show you. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, you know what, Rugzukin? I'm gonna show you anyway. Are you ready, Rugzukin? We're still doing Valorant, but we're taking like a short intermission. Remember what I mentioned about zombie escape in Counter-Strike? It's not how Counter-Strike is usually played, but they managed to program it into the game, and you get a nice boss battle. And after you go through all that, you get this. It probably has copyrighted music, but let me just show you. This is from a YouTube channel called X2Z, but this is from CS:GO, and it's basically there's a boss fight here where you gotta kill the predator, and this is what you get. Oh, really? There's no audio? It's been muted? It's been muted? Hold on. It's been muted, but there is audio. So after you cause enough damage with your team, this happens.
Defend. Everybody defend the bridge. One person go trigger the core. We got this. One person trigger, where's the core? You need to jump on the light, jump towards the core light, and then press E. Spend on me. Good job, keep defending. Okay guys, get ready.
This is already more interesting than what Valorant has to
If you
offer.
want to go, get to the other side. Get so far on the other side, guys.
Use the device now, just use it.
Somebody has to climb up the platform into the boss fight, and then you go for the final room. It's like an actual objective, you know. And this is Counter-Strike, by the way. Imagine if Valorant did something creative like this. Invade the community.
Join in front near the door. Do not stay near this marker here. Don't stay near marker. Keep shooting at it. Keep shooting.
And you get a final outcome like this.
Hold your ass and keep shooting now. Shoot now. Shoot. Hold your ass. Come on, shoot. Nice job. See ya, mates.
And you get a win like that.
What? Oh my god. Instant it.
And this whole level lasted like 6 minutes. And you get a finale like this.
Look at the spaceship. Look at the spaceship. It's for me. What the fuck? Just turn around, look at.
Yes, Urzukin. I remember playing these zombie escape maps all those years ago. I don't think they're as big anymore. Maybe there's still a thing in CS:GO or Counter-Strike 2. But these were a huge thing back then. How they managed to program it into the game, I don't know how to tell you. But it was amazing. Yep, the person that made it really did. Yep. Anyway, back to Valorant. I can tell that video it was muted because there were some copyrighted songs there. That's why it was a bit quiet, but yeah, but whatever. Anyway, this game is excruciatingly slow, to say the least. Well, we're almost at the end. I'm already queuing for another game as we speak. We're almost done. Yeah, the level design for the zombie escape modes of Zukin were pretty interesting. I think one of them involved Minecraft as well, but oh man, I have to look back on those. We got half an hour left, Rugzukin. Half an hour left. Oh my god. I just want this to be over. Oh my god. I want this to be over. Well, Ruzukin, I just came across them by pure luck. I didn't have a chance to play too many games back then. So Counter-Strike Source and CS:GO were the few options I had back then. And when I looked at the server browser, I came across this by pure chance. And those Zombie Escape maps. Zombie Escape, not there's Zombie Mod, but Zombie Escape, Ruzukin. I think they still exist in Counter-Strike 2 as well, but my god, that's very creative. How they managed to program that in a game where it's just, you know, terrorists versus counter-terrorists. And even at the end of that video, Ruzukin, the game still announces terrorist or counter-terrorist win.
I am both shield and sword.
They found a way to get it in the game, and oh boy. You gotta commend the effort the community did. Now, you would think Valorant would follow the footsteps of Counter-Strike by, you know, allowing custom servers. I'm not talking custom modes, I'm talking custom servers where you can create your own maps from scratch. Nope. No such thing in this game. No. Imagine this art style with multiple sages or brimstones going up against zombies. Or, I don't know. It could be interesting. But no. No such thing. You know, I'm glad I grew up back then, and where the community was very creative. But I also remember playing the mini-game maps as well, the mini-game modes, Ruksukin, and some of them were so unfiltered, Ruksukin. One of them involved a flying butt. Or a butt floating in midair. I don't think I have to tell you what that is about. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. I'm not going to elaborate, but it's true.
Our enemies want to tear our home apart. We cannot let them.
Yep, there was, Rubzukin. And you know what? Valve never did anything about those custom servers at all. They just let them do whatever they wanted.
Nothing B.
Enemy spotted B.
I think
as your help.
I think as more time went on, Rugzukin, the games were not becoming as creative. It was more restrictive.
Enemy C.
CGF healing.
Nice, Phoenix.
Right here. See ya.
Dizzy's up.
Defuse?
It's off.
Reloading.
We won because we were focused. Keep that.
Anyone want this sheriff? Throw on me.
What'd you say?
Sheriff.
No, I'm good. Thank
I tell you, Rugzukin, give the community for this
Together,
game
Phoenix.
the ability to make their own custom maps and
Bye, shields,
custom
guys.
modes, and they will have a field day. But no, Riot Games is like, nah, no, we're not gonna do that. I tell you, the modding community can be very creative, which we think you are aware.
Somebody's there.
Enemy spotted A. Reloading.
I hit him for 30. You got this.
Boy.
You man ready for a light show?
Again, Rugzukin, the amount of time you gotta spend on a freaking game just to advance the ranks. Oh my god. This game is not good on that. No. Uh, 30-40 minutes average per game. Nope.
They've got nerve.
20 minutes is already long enough.
Molly.
Dizzy's up top. Somebody's there.
Dim beacon.
Headshot. Message sent.
I'll take it.
I got lucky.
Enemy B.
I got lucky. I got very lucky. Oh, I didn't die.
Where's that smile, Phoenix?
Yeah, this gun, Spectre, is only good at close range. That's it. Oh my god. Maximum depression, obligatory. That would be a more interesting title for this game. Obligatory. Because you don't have creativity. You have to play the modes the game gives you, and that's it. Good.
It's me, it's me. Nothing.
It's all you, little homie. Scouts down. My own.
You want to play? Let's play.
Nice.
This is our home.
Okay. We seem to have a decent team here.
Prepare yourselves. We fight once again.
That still doesn't change how I feel about this game. But yeah, Ruzukin, if you're still there, if you are in the mood, just go on YouTube and just write down Counter-Strike Zombie Escaped. There are some interesting ones out there that I think you're going to find interesting.
Thank you.
No problem.
Let's go.
Again, the mini games were also very interesting because they were unfiltered.
Enemy spotted A.
Like butter, baby. My ult's ready.
I have all. Never mind, bro.
Well, we're almost done,
Oh,
folks.
okay.
Almost friggin' done. Try not to fall asleep on this game.
Hmm?
Dizzy's up! Blow him up, Mosh!
Wingman to defuse.
Wingman's defusing. My wingman's down.
Look, don't start resting. Still what to do?
This is almost over. Here's another interesting idea, Ruzukin, from the minigame days. Every time the round starts, you get a different map that you spawn into. Every time. How interesting would that be?
Come on,
No.
let's go!
Watch you guys B. Enemy spotted A.
Someone's B. Careful now. Open up the sky! Reloading.
Enemy Dizzy's up top!
Dizzy has target. Gotcha.
The hunt begins!
Nice.
You want more? Sorry, buddy, it's over.
No more doubts. We're ready.
The good news is, Urzukin only got 20 minutes left with this abomination.
See you on the other side.
And yes, I did complete Cyberpunk Urzukin, including the expansion. Story was kind of disappointing.
Go ahead. Stand your ground. Nowhere to run!
Got him.
Reloading.
Go get him, buddy!
You seem to have a decent team here.
Gunner.
This would make it a little bit more tolerable.
Reloading.
Enemies are A.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got that.
Nice.
It's almost over.
What do they think this is? A backyard scrimmage?
Cut him down to size.
Just don't push, guys.
Enemy spotted C.
Start C.
Enemy down.
Not one shot? Wow. Not one freaking shot. You would think one shot would hit him? No. Nope. Cyberpunk has better gunplay than this. At least in that game, I can hit some targets, at least. Even if it's one shot.
My bad.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
I'm tired. I'm tired. Oh.
Keep up.
Nothing to see so far.
Reloaded. Molly. Smoke's down.
Sage, can you res me? Oh, never mind, on the other side.
Counting.
Your duty is not over.
Thank you, Sage.
117 Soba. Phantom on my body.
Blocking sight.
Oh yeah, not die? Who cares?
Enemy down.
You got that.
You're better.
I will not die here.
Oh, nice try.
That's so tragic.
I got 4 kills.
We do what we do. Get back to chilling.
I got 4 kills. That was my best play the entire freaking night. Somebody has to clip that. That's the best play I've done tonight. From start to finish on that one. From the first kill. Wow. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But that one I was extremely lucky, even if I did not help win the round.
Enemy spotted.
Sage, can you heal me? Let's see.
Healing you.
Thank you.
Someone to see. Enemy spotted. C.
Reloading.
School, cuate. Careful now. Spikes B.
Chamber 8, see.
Got him.
Nice, good job, guys. Three on spike.
Goodbye,
Nice.
old friend.
Well, I got lucky on that one.
Little skrrr, then we're done. Yeah?
Based on the time, that we have right now, this will be the last one, I think. Good.
Let's see how it goes.
Reloading.
Nothing, see.
Sorry, bro.
One more on site.
Oh.
Triple, baby. Flash.
Nice try.
Oh, good.
Halftime. Don't save a thing. Need equipment.
Oh, God.
Don't hold back.
The hunt begins.
You want to play? Let's play.
Smoke's down. Bunch of guys, eh?
Open up the sky. Reloading.
Use your res stage.
Your duty is not over.
Yo, you can do that too.
Go
ahead.
Stand your ground. Come on, let's go. Someone today.
Down and out.
Careful now.
Defuse the spike.
Going up. Launching smoke.
Hey, Phoenix, why did you throw fucking a bomb on fucking on the site?
Let's ruin their day.
Either way, our time is almost done.
Like, we could have got off the defuse. It was just fire on the wood.
Our time is almost done with this game. I can't wait.
Nice schlocking.
It's almost over.
Keep up.
Launching smoke.
Enemy spotted, eh?
Remove.
I'm going B.
Smoke's down.
Of course. Nope.
Enemy spotted A.
Our spike carrier's down. No, you don't.
No matter what happens,
Twitchy here, let's go
whichever
with it.
team
Someone buy me,
reaches the
please?
end first, this will be the last game. Thank God.
Appreciate it.
I couldn't come any sooner, you know. Oh.
Let's go.
Right here. Smoke's down.
Our spike is down.
Up and away.
Reloading.
Thanks, Diz.
Going up.
I got the spike.
We turn to dust. Healing.
Enemy B.
Be faster.
They're both low. They're so.
Oops.
Nice, huh? Thank you. Nice. This is fun.
Reloading.
别泄气. Now let's turn this around.
Reloading.
Yeah, come on. Just slow push, okay? I'll go flank for B.
Dream big, make it happen.
Let's play slow.
Yay.
On my mark.
Flash.
Chambers day.
Someone C.
Blocking sight.
Launching smoke.
Careful now.
Molly.
Going up.
Down you go.
See ya. Enemy C.
Launching smoke.
You guys got that? Phoenix, you better come out of that door behind you.
Spike planted.
Yo, watch that door, Phoenix.
I have no more smokes.
Zone's out. Someone see.
Stim beacon down.
Get him, Phoenix, get him. Alright, Jim, please don't lose.
Nice.
Almost won that round.
That's true. Good advice.
Oh my God, this is excruciatingly slow.
What point you guys want to go?
Need equipment. Thanks.
Through the calm, I see. Through the storm, I fight.
Reloading.
Enemy B.
Smoke's down. Reloading.
Rotate.
Stim beacon here.
Of course, it gets shot from behind.
Molly.
Someone's in the top of school. Reload him.
Going up.
Soldier's low, I tapped.
What's left?
Spotted B.
Serena.
Night night.
Right here. Gotcha.
Oh shit.
Gun here.
Head! My ultimate's ready.
Plant the spike.
Jet, plant the spike.
Planted. My ult's ready.
Controlled corners.
My ult's ready.
Oh, my bad.
That's the lot of them.
Reloading.
You're him.
Remember to talk to each other out there. If we communicate, we win.
Oh god. It's almost over. We're gonna be passing the 2-hour mark by the time this match is over, either way. Oh, okay.
Stay safe.
Our hard pusher.
Smash is ready.
Check corners.
Nowhere to run!
My bad. Nice try.
I want this to be over.
Time to stock
Like I
back
said
up.
before, cut the rounds of this game in half in these two
Can you
modes,
buy me?
and
Can
it's
someone
already
buy
going to
me,
be much
please?
better.
I need a drop.
Jet, buy me.
Can someone buy me, please?
I need a drop.
Can someone buy
I
me,
need a drop.
please? Appreciate it.
Keep up.
Maybe.
Come on, let's go!
Watch this!
Tail B. Steven.
Go ahead. Stand your ground.
Nice, Michael.
We're not gonna speak about that.
Scout stop.
For you.
Nice. Stairs.
Spike planted.
Nice.
Nope.
Nice try.
It's almost over, folks. Alright.
Pero like, why can't we just hug it out? Pinche Radianite.
Ooh, yeah.
Here.
Rush them.
I got you, bruv.
It's almost over.
Enemy spotted C.
The hell's here?
Someone's B.
Headshot. Molly.
You guys can rotate if you want.
I have what?
Plant the spike.
Spike planted.
Your duty is not over.
Thank you, Sage.
See ya.
Just time. Nice, good job. Nice, good job.
That's right, you tell him.
You shouldn't have dropped that Odin.
You want me serious? You got it.
Need equipment.
Well, we're almost there, folks.
Together.
Molly!
Someone's been.
Our spike is down.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon down.
Someone's B.
Enemy spotted A.
Open up the
Come on, let's go!
Just save if you want.
Let's be over.
Hey, little man, pump us up. Let's hear it.
Need equipment.
Don't remind me. You know, I'm not throwing this, Rugzuki. Believe it or not, I am not throwing this game. It's just that it's a freaking test on my will here, just to keep going. Oh, God.
You want to play? Let's play.
Reloading.
Launching smoke.
Someone's B.
Enemy spotted A. Taken down. Enemy spotted A. It's all you, little homie!
Drop, drop. On site.
He's literally on the.
Enemy killed. My ult's ready.
Nice.
Fucking shit.
Oh, back hurts. Everyone's so heavy.
You're better.
Y'all better keep up.
Need equipment. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
That's Tracy.
Keep up.
The hunt begins. Up you go.
Now we're good.
Got the spike, Wings.
Still got it.
They shot my wingman.
Nowhere to run!
Target down.
Nice.
Watch your eyes!
Keep doing what we're doing. Can someone buy me, please? Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can someone get this?
Where are we going, guys?
Can someone get this? Thank you.
Together.
Please don't let this
Launching
go
smoke. Hot shot.
Who?
Nice, some of that.
Reloading.
Dizzy's up top. Somebody's there.
Reloading.
Reloading. Plant the spike.
Reloading.
Spike sticky. Thanks, little man.
Enemy spotted B.
Scoot, cuate.
Nice. Oh my gosh, there. Nice, good game.
GG.
And how many are our points we
Good
get
game, guys.
after how many minutes we play on this? See, when you get a close game like that, just look how long this game went. Oh God. You gotta be kidding me. 13 instead of 19. It's even less. And we spent for another 40 minutes. And you get less RR after all that. Oh my God. My God, this game is a chore. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is a freaking chore. Thank God it's over. Wow. What a chore this game is. Oh my God. Speaking of other games, I've been thinking of doing Persona, but you have to go through. The thing is, you can't save the game every moment at all for whatever reason. What we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna try to get some mojo back with Final Fantasy. Okay. I'm gonna try to do some Endwalker on Final Fantasy 14, but first I'm gonna temporarily block the screen here because I have to pull up my password because I don't remember the password and I do the 2FA at the same time. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We're going to try to do some of the story. So grab some popcorn. We're going to do something that's not Valorant for a change. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Doing something that is actually interesting. Yep, I made it all the way to level 90 when it came to my jobs. And we're gonna continue on with the story. Let's bring out our monk. Alia lacta est, whatever that means. You will accompany me back to your camp, where we'll meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to Legionnaires Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the Ale for further details, in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Okay. So, we're gonna continue on with the story. You again. That's the Ale, he said. So, that's to be the way of it, after all this. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it. For the glory of Garlemald. Whatever that means. Hope it's not a freaking trap. It's a trap! What do you want with me? That's the eel. So Lord Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he would understand. That he recognized the savage is a ruthless, merciless creature. To defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. Whatever that means. Okay. So this is the story that people have been waiting for years. And let's see what we're going to do with the Empire. That is Garlemald, or what's left of it. Have you done as instructed? Their duties involve more than transportation supplies, don't they? Duty is rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders, though whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter. A place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Why do I have a bad feeling about this? I don't know about you, but this place feels like Huertas. A little too much like Huertas. Very similar look, but then again, this place has been ravaged. I digress, though. Okay. Give me a moment, please. Okay. To get a voiceover?
This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
I don't know, Xenos and his companion they're kind of assholes.
I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do. So cold.
Oh.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections, a cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand. To refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace.
I hope that's not bad foreshadowing.
But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alice.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well.
Oh, and let me guess, it was, yeah, if I remember correctly, Thancred and the other guy were following them. So yeah, we're good.
They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
They're so freaking sneaky.
It would appear the situation has changed.
See, Hollywood, this is how you write female characters. She's not girl boss at all. She just has experience, you know? She has experience with their own merits. But no. Yeah, anyway, moving on.
I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Of course, there's always a catch. There's always a frickin' catch. Ambush?
Ambush!
Yeah. Cute.
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
My god, it's a futile fight.
Stop! Both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
What? Oh.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Oh.
Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
I wish it was, but it's not.
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
They're stubborn, but they have no choice.
I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Oh god. Are you doing what I think you're doing?
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Is Tankard watching on Quintus, or...
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
Oh boy. And...
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
oh boy. Unless Tankard is still watching them. Oh no. Yep. Yep, even with the Empire in ruins, the Guardians have not lost the will to fight. That strength shall serve them in the days to come. There is yet life in this cold soil. Thank goodness the 10th Legion decided to sue for peace when they did. We've been spared more senseless bloodshed, which is the last thing anyone, including the First, needs. From their perspective, though, the promise of reinforcements was their last hope, and now they have no choice but to capitulate to the invaders. But we'll prove to them that all is not lost, and we yet stand a chance of casting out the Telefroy. It was a grave error to post sentries further from the camp. Had we seen the Guardians sooner, we could have slain them long before the truce was called. They engage us of their own free will and deserve to die warriors' deaths. Even so, I've not forgotten why we are here, and I will stay my hand for now. I've just returned from guarding the airships, and now I've got to keep an eye on the captured Imperials. Maybe a bit of chit-chat will help lighten the mood. When the Imperials charge upon us, we are able to avoid any serious injuries on either side. In truth, most of the Guardians were in no condition to fight. Sunken eyes, hollow cheeks. Must have been a long time since they had a decent meal. I'm sure they'll be much more amenable to conversation with the food in their bellies. Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Oh boy, this is gonna be problematic, to say the least. Strange bedfellows. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion, their disposition of their forces. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risked the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic. But perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alpha Node, LSA, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this place, if you've been playing this game for this long, it looks very similar to Korthas. It's a bit too similar, but there are some differences. Strange bedfellows. I wonder how this is gonna go. Speaking of which... I almost forgot to mention this in the announcements earlier, that I already come up with a schedule already, but there you go. Sorry about that. Yep, the plot continues to thicken. What a... This would have been a decent city, but now it's completely trashed. I think we can do maybe another MSQ and that's it. Not as much time today, but at least we get to do some story. My God. I think we saw glimpses of this place in the previous expansions. And now it's all destroyed by the time we get here. Yeah. Oh, they used to have cars? Oh boy. I think we are too late. Did they go down the ground yet, or no? It's a comfort to see none the worse for the iRacing deals. Oh, didn't I expect you to arrive so soon? There's been a development. Perhaps you'd best see for yourself. What are you doing back here? Where are Julius and the others? Oh boy. And you and Julius. You arrived just before you did. And too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 6th tent, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, he... Well, he wouldn't. He did, unfortunately. Dankard and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free. Free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, we're... I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We're ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. Alright. after what happened to his family. The first was all Julius had left. Now even that's been taken away from him. He's not alone in that, either. There's a comfort in having someone to follow. Someone to lead. Yeah. In a way, Walker kind of reminds you of Nier Automata. Very depressing story, to say the least. To employ healing magics now would likely invite catastrophe, as thou canst attest from thy experience at Victor's spoils. Indeed, the Garlands view our ability to manipulate ether with the same suspicion that many Eorzeans do Magitech. Yeah. Everything's going to be alright now. I know not how to offer encouragement or solace to these poor souls, but if it's safe passage to our camp they need, I'll gladly oblige. Oh, we can attune now. Oh, okay. Try as we might, any words of comfort we may offer are like to fall on deaf ears. We are but strangers from foreign lands, perhaps in their eyes the very cause of their suffering to begin with. Nevertheless, we mustn't give up. Okay. Why? This is where it happened. Best not to dwell on it. Now when there's work to be done. Okay. It's only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we would reclaim it. Build it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. There's a chance I might see them again. I'll take it. So take me. Take me with you. Well, I got the Aetheryte sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laturum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more of use for me and my skills over at your camp. Ah, it's you. The one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not far from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning. Until all you're left with is anger, and fear, and hate. And I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'll be glad to accept you. Be glad to accept. So, we're gonna get a voiceover here. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass. We would hope to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first to secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempers skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our lemons and friends. I'd save it for the temperate, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Okay. Okay. We have orders to assist the refugees, but we will receive little more from them than icy glares. That will not deter us, though. They may be our former enemies, but we are here to offer aid, and offer aid we shall. Yep. Time to put the differences aside. Okay. Yeah, I think I got time for another MSQ. Although I'm not sure if we're gonna get a dungeon run. Because it's already level 83, so we might get one, but I am not gonna expect that. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten, I mean, besides, yeah, we've gotten 2, but no, we need more. Okay. 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 That's one taken care of. Okay. Okay. Okay, got another one. Okay. For once, the game doesn't give us anything to do, which is nice. Okay. Last one. Okay. Okay. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The Tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first, and all that. Okay. I was informed of Quintus's suicide. Must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participate in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees. Perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legatus, and that following his suicide, they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal and his men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life, he hoped to absolve them any of a culpability. Or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man, or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. Okay. In from the cold. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much needed warmth. Furthermore, we prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of wielding a ladder or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask that you seek out Istola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can take care of these quests later. Yes. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with, between the Tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and in so doing, invite disaster. Okay. Alright. Let's do it.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you, you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
Mmm. It's a bit too flavourful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
Yeah, it does. I hope that's gonna help.
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible.
And we try.
Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
Often don't have the luxury of choice.
Indeed. We can but do our utmost to unite these disparate peoples and lead them to victory.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
On behalf of the Valiant Empire, thank you for inviting me today.
What? Emperor Varus?
He doesn't have that thing.
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Yep. Yep.
Save me, brave hero!
Oh, it's you.
Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Oh. Of course. Why am I not surprised?
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short.
Okay, we got an escalation finally.
I shall begin the preparations.
Why didn't Fandaniel do that sooner? Don't know.
Now, it is time for you to awaken.
Again, why didn't Fandaniel do this sooner? Don't know. Is this a Star Wars freaking scene where...
Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold.
Is this supposed to be a Star Wars
but be sure
thing?
to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Oh, I'm in a different body now. That's so cute.
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
Is that how Zeno survived in the first place? Oh, that's freaking wonderful. This is such a pain in the arse.
Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine?
Why are you being nice now?
I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord.
Oh, how flattering of you.
When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner.
Oh yes, just like in Star Wars, where... Yeah, sort of, but yeah.
He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Exposition is in order.
Oh, how
The
flattering.
Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then?
You're gonna tell me anyway, right?
Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zos Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima.
Oh god, they have been doing experiments again. Lovely. Yep.
It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight.
Yep.
And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe.
Yes.
The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design.
Go on.
Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery.
Or you should have been dead 2 expansions
Perhaps
ago.
you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo.
You should have been dead in Stormblood, but no.
Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion.
Of course.
Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone.
Tell me something I don't know. Yep. We know. We know. You've been doing this in Stormblood, we know. Yes. I'm not surprised. Yes.
At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost his appetite.
Ha ha ha, how funny, ha ha ha.
I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
Oh, so there we got my body. So, this is like...
Or together.
You know, this kind of reminds me of Mass Effect 3 Citadel DLC, where you fight against your evil clone. Of course. Of course. Mind Jack. Where have I not seen this before? Yep. Why am I not surprised?
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak.
Why wasn't this done sooner? Don't know.
We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
Ah, yes. So... Well, the plot is finally picking up, I guess.
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making his way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy.
Oh yes, they like to be toying and be overconfident. Of course.
Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue.
Oh yes.
Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to Anima.
Oh yes.
Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Of course. So you need to make it within the time limit. So no choice but to fight.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent. Okay. So the game gives you half an hour to do this. Can you bypass this guy or no? Can you avoid combat by being far enough away?
Okay. Okay. You jump over this wall. Nope. Can't jump over it. Nope. Can't jump over it. No. Nope. I have to go backtrack. Great. I gotta backtrack. Yay. Yep, got no choice but to backtrack. Is there anything? Oh, of course. Gotta backtrack again. Come on. I think we saw some Magitex earlier. Oh my god. This is taking longer than it should be. Lovely. I wonder why the game is giving us this much time. Can we at least get something? Oh my god, come on. Is there even one? Fuel concealing record. This better be it. Jesus, how much backtracking you gotta do here? Yep. All right. Yep. at least get back to where we were. Okay. We should be able to make it this time. Oh, you gotta disembark, okay. Oh, it's not over yet. Great. Yes, the Asians really like playing games, don't they? Oh boy. And we gotta do that again. Or not. Oh. 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 You know what? This kind of reminds me of that Near Automata game where you basically become very weak. And this is this is similar, except yeah. Oh boy. We made it? Wow. We somehow made it.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
I don't... Even if Xenos takes over our body, you cannot keep the deception for long, because people can tell, but whatever.
And what of Euless? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Even Estinian has a bad feeling about this.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence.
Yep.
But where even to begin the search? No one saw him leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
Yes.
While I know full well he can handle himself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
So let's see what kind of a cutscene we have here. Knowing that's not me.
Case closed.
Ooh, they're wrong.
That's him. Over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence.
Stola is not so easily fooled.
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Yeah, Stola's... I have no clue. Stola's always been very clever. She almost died, too. So her guts are not wrong.
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
So, how is Xenos gonna
No. All's well that ends well. Are you alright?
I wonder if Xenos is gonna speak in his own voice in my body.
Are you all right?
Yep.
Who are you?
Even Gratia is not fooled. Yep. Enough, Xenos. We've been doing this for 2 expansions now. You've been doing this for 2 expansions now. I'm already tired.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go.
Thanks for the show, Fandaniel. I am so amused.
But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I have yet to pay my respects.
How very cartoonish of you.
Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order.
Thanks.
A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, that. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them. Heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether. And then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days!
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake.
Yes. Flatter me with your villainry.
All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
Thanks, Discount Emperor.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. He's awake.
So I'm not dead yet.
I am pleased to report you are very much alive.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Fandaniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
And we're gonna wrap things up here. First, no apologies necessary, least of all me. If anything, there's a strange comfort in knowing I'm no longer the only one to have been used as a villain's puppet. Though I pray you'll be the last. Yes. It's still you. My apologies. I realized too late that the ether emanating from the tower is distorting my perception. So it's likely a temporary effect, but I remain wary. Oh, glad am I to see thee awake and restored to thine own flesh once more. Whatever that was, let's not do it again, eh? Are you certain that you've recovered? You mustn't push yourself, especially after an experience like that. Thank heavens you're you again. Give me quite a fright. The body that you were forced to inhabit turned cold and stiff the moment you returned to your own. Perhaps the soul it belonged to is long gone. Let us pray it is so, for I doubt it would be better off in the care of Xenos or Daniel. I'll require a detailed report on what occurs while you were by yourself. For the contingent, of course. You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good. But I won't promise the same for Daniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days, or no, this ends now. Gateway of the Gods. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. This Garland Mall zone will be the first one we're gonna be able to fly. But I gotta go. I'm already past my quitting time, and this will be Saber Tuesday. I can't wait. A dungeon run for sure. And some emotional moments, I imagine. Okay, I gotta wrap this up here. That was worth it. See you guys tomorrow.